Hi friends, in this video I am going to share my success strategy of the UPSC Prelims examination. Hi, I am Santosh Pandey. I have cracked the UPSC Prelims examination all 6 times with one of the highest marks. You can see here I have scored more than 144 marks and again I scored more than 138 marks. My average UPSC Prelims score has been 125 marks. So what was my personal strategy which has helped me to crack the UPSC Prelims examination all the 6 times? I am going to share in this video. And I can assure you that if you follow this strategy wholeheartedly, with commitment, with dedication in the next 1 year, then no one can stop you cracking the UPSC Prelims examination. Because if this strategy has helped me 6 times, then obviously this strategy is going to help you the 7th time. Guys, let us see what all has helped me. Let us see. So if we can see, okay, I have listed down the 7 success sutra of the prelims preparation, of the prelims 7 secrets of my success. Okay guys, and I am going to explain each of the 7 secrets, and I am going to explain in detail exactly how did I apply this success strategy. So the first strategy is, the first secret is planning. Guys, there is a famous saying in English that failing to plan is planning to fail. Most of the UPSC aspirant which I have observed during my preparation, and also I have observed in the last 2 years of mentoring thousands of students, okay, the difference what I have observed between a successful aspirant and an unsuccessful aspirant is the successful aspirant is able to plan his entire year of preparation, whereas unsuccessful aspirant is unable to plan. Guys, you know the UPSC syllabus is a very vast syllabus. You have to read multiple subjects and you have to read some multiple books also. So if you do not plan your year entirely properly, that which month you are going to basically cover what syllabus, guys, what is going to happen? You will waste a lot of time and you will mismanage your time, okay, and you will end up in the year that some sections of the syllabus you have left, whereas some section of the syllabus you have overdone it. So the first most important thing is that you should have a plan for 1 year. Okay, what do I say? What do I mean when I say plan? This means the entire year, 1 year, you have to complete the syllabus, you have to revise the syllabus, you have to practice number of mocks. So you should have exact plan that which month I am going to cover which syllabus and which mock test I have to take when. This is what I mean by planning. Okay, so I had a very concrete plan, because from the very first attempt I had a very concrete plan, and my preparation strategy was always outcome oriented. Always outcome oriented. You know, I had always a target. Okay, next 2 weeks I am going to cover Lakshmikant. Next 3 weeks I am going to cover Spectrum. Next 1 week I am going to read international relation or any subject or science and tech. I was always, because you know, in my first attempt I have cracked the UPSC prelims and mains examination while working 8 hours job I have done, and I have cracked the UPSC prelims and mains exam while working. So how was I able to do that? Because I was always outcome oriented. See, the main problem which happens to the students once they start reading, so what they become what? Input oriented. They become input oriented rather than input oriented. UPSC aspirants should always be outcome oriented. See, in the end you will get 100 questions and you have to solve around 60 to 70 questions correctly, and you have to score around 110 to 120 marks. You will easily crack the prelims exam. Nowadays the cutoff is around 85 to 90 marks. This means you have to score net 45 marks, 45 questions, guys. Okay, so it is very easy if you are outcome oriented. Outcome oriented means next 15 days what do I want to achieve, next 1 week what do I want to achieve. You should have a concrete plan. Guys, I will tell you, I have made a concrete plan for next year. I can tell you that plan is called the Lakshya plan. You should have a Lakshya. You should have an aim. Okay, if you are just preparing without any aim, that in next week where I am, next 1 month where I am, next 6 months where I am means what part of the syllabus I have covered. See, in 1 year, guys, let me just show you. Okay, in 1 year you are here and you have to reach here. Okay, so you should have some goal post. Every week, where do you want to reach? Every month, where do you want to reach? Every 3 months, where do you want to reach? Every 6 months, where do you want to reach? So this planning is a must. If you can plan on your own, it is well and good. But if you cannot plan on your own, please follow the Lakshya plan or please follow any other plan. Okay, but follow a plan. And one thing you must be clear in the plan. The plan must be scientific. Scientific means at a time you should only read one subject. At a time you should only read one subject. Many aspirants, what mistake they do? They start reading multiple subjects, 2-3 subjects at a time. Then what will happen after 1 week, after 2 weeks also, nothing substantial they are able to cover. Suppose I read 3 subjects. Guys. Just imagine how much time I will be able to devote to one subject per day. Okay. And in 1 week, what amount of coverage I will be able to do? I will not be able to do any substantial coverage. When we read one subject for at least 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, we are able to cover some substantial syllabus, and then I can assess myself. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen if I read multiple things? I cannot assess my progress. See, it is said, what you cannot measure, you cannot achieve it. Guys, so this is the first thing you should do. You should do planning for the entire year. Guys, this is very, very, very important. Okay. So, if you have a plan, it is well and good. If you do not have a plan, you can follow my scientific plan. Guys, the second thing is that you should master the basic books first. And by basic book, I mean NCERT plus one reference book. That's it. Do not run after multiple resources, guys. Do not run after multiple resources. I hear many a times aspirant, okay, they get misguided that this year question in history has come from Tamil Nadu history book. This year the question in geography has come from some other geography book. Guys, I can tell you from my own experience, you have seen my scorecard. I have scored decently. Okay, 144, 140, 125, 128. Guys, I can tell you from my experience, I have never read any other book other than NCERT and one reference book. One reference book for every subject, be it for polity Lakshmikant, for history Spectrum, for environment Shankar IAS book, okay, for economy Shankar Ganesh, and for science and tech only I have read NCERT. I had the TMH book. I referred it sometimes, but I did not read it completely. Guys, with these only book, and for geography, you know, I only read NCERT and some reference. For climate, I used this GC Leong. Otherwise, my books were very limited. For history, only NCERTs. Old and new, but old and new both. Okay, so I'll give you the exact list of the books. If you want me to make a video on exact list of the books which I have referred during my prelims preparation and which has helped me to crack the prelims preparation, please comment in the comment box. Here I am just sharing my secrets of success. I'm not going in detail of the planning. I'll make a separate video on planning. I'll make a separate video on mastering basic books. I'll make a separate video on how to read newspaper. Guys, so just now I'm listing out the 7 points which you should keep in mind if you want to succeed next year in the prelims, guys. So mastering the basic books is very important. Just have single resources. Have a single resource. Don't follow multiple resources and try to master it. Guys, I tell you, you know Bruce Lee, a famous quote he has said that, okay, I fear the man who has mastered one type of kick 10,000 times rather than a man who knows 10,000 different types of kicks. Have you read this quote or not? This means what? I fear, as a UPSC aspirant, I fear that competitor who has mastered Lakshmikant 10,000 times rather than the person who has read 10,000 different polity books. Guys, don't you think this is amazing, guys? So whom should you fear more? You should fear the aspirant who has read the most standard material. Most standard material means NCERT plus these 6 books which I have mentioned. He has mastered it 10,000 times. 10,000 times in UPSC you need not master 10,000 times, but at least 3-4 times. At least 3-4 revisions in a year, that is more than sufficient to answer any question on the subject. Okay, guys, because most of the questions in UPSC are very basic, conceptual, which are tackled by these books. Okay, so master basic books. And how can you master? So many people, what they do, they read one subject, then they jump to the next subject. Guys, that is the mistake you do. You have to do active reading. Don't do passive reading. Here I would like to mention something. Don't do passive reading, do active reading. What is active reading means? After I complete a substantial portion of that subject, suppose I have read Lakshmikant, half of the portion I have read Lakshmikant, I will try to solve some 100-200 questions on what I have read. I will assess myself. That is called active reading. Then only I will be, okay, I will understand, okay, how much of that I am able to grasp and how much of that I am able to recall and how much of them I am able to retain. Guys, because in UPSC, the mistake what people think that it is only a game of reading. That is completely a myth. UPSC is not about only reading. After reading, you need to revise. After revising, you need to recall. After recalling, you need to retain. And in the end, you have to reproduce. In the end, you have to reproduce, guys. So, you should have a revision strategy. You should have a recall strategy. What is recall strategy? You should take multiple tests. You should take multiple tests throughout the year. The main reason, guys, I am telling you, people fail to master concepts. Many people say, sir, I have read for the entire year, sir, but I am unable to solve questions. Guys, why? Because they are not doing active reading. Active reading means after you cover some substantial portion, try to solve some MCQs. Try to assess yourself. How much of that you are able to retain, how much you are able to grasp, and how much you are not able to grasp. Then that feedback is very important, because once you start getting the feedback and you start working on that feedback, then that is going to really do wonders for you. So mastering basic books, and how to master basic books, guys, you need to solve. You need to solve MCQs. You need to solve MCQ from the very beginning of the year. From the very beginning of the year. So planning, first point, plan. You should have a 1 year plan. Without plan, you are destined to fail. Without plan, guys, you are destined to fail. So you should have a concrete plan, and the plan must be very scientific, guys. Very scientific. Second, you should have limited resources, and master those limited resources multiple number of times. And how to master the multiple number of times? I should have some motivation. Now, after I read Lakshmikant once, what is my motivation to revise it? My motivation will be the mock test. When I take questions, when I solve questions, okay, I'll get a kick. Okay, I'm not able to solve. That will create an anxiety, and I will again revise the subject. But suppose I keep on reading throughout the year, I will never get a feedback. Okay, this parliament chapter is weak. This executive chapter is strong. My judiciary is weak. This portion of the syllabus, okay, Panchayati Raj is very strong. I am able to solve every question on Panchayati Raj. How will I get to know? Someone must give you the feedback. Who will give you the feedback? This mock test will give you the feedback. And that feedback is very important. And that feedback should come at the right time. Most candidates, what they do, at the year end, they solve 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100 mock tests at the year end. The problem is, at the year end, if you solve 100 mock tests, whatever feedback you will get, you will not have the time to work on that feedback. You will not have the time to work on that feedback, and that is the main reason people, even after solving hundreds of mocks, many times I get aspirants, they say that, sir, I have solved 100 mock tests before the exam, but still I failed in the prelims. The reason is that they are not solving the mock test at the right time. They are not getting the feedback at the right time. If you had given the mock test at the right time, if you had the feedback at the right time, then you would have got the time to work on that feedback and improve your level. So test is not only to test where do you stand. Test is also to help you increase your level of the game, increase your level of the knowledge. Guys, with the feedback, I work on that feedback. Okay, so that is the second point. The third and the most important, I think this is a blunder people do. This is a blunder people do, and with the type of questions which are coming for the last 3 years, okay, from 2019 onward, the type of questions which are coming, okay, this is the main thing why people are failing. 99% of the aspirants fail in prelims, and 99% of the aspirants, what they do, they rely on some monthly magazine. They don't read daily current affairs. They don't read any current affairs. Okay, daily they don't want to work hard. They just want to rely on some monthly magazine and they think they will be able to crack the prelims examination just by reading the monthly magazine. But the problem, I'll tell you my experience, what I have experienced and what I have experienced in the last 3 years. The problem with this monthly magazine is very typical. And you tell me the problem is right problem or not. What I am telling is right or not. What I have seen, guys, is generally if you see monthly magazines are around 100 to 120 pages. Generally if you see most of the monthly magazines are 100 to 120 pages. Okay, and out of this 100 to 120 pages, okay, at least 30% of that content will be mains oriented. Mains oriented, guys. This means what? Around only 60 to 70 pages are only prelims oriented. Guys, the prelims oriented, okay, monthly magazines are not available in the country right now. Most of the magazines have a mix of prelims and mains. But the kind of questions which UPSC is asking in current affairs that cannot be covered just by relying on a monthly magazine. I tell you guys, I read newspaper daily and I prepare daily prelims notes. Daily prelims notes means only prelim specific notes. And guys, I see at least if you try to do the backward forward linkage, okay guys, it cannot be covered in just 60-70 pages. It cannot be covered. I can tell you frankly, if you are relying on any monthly magazine, okay, which is just like 100 pages or 90 pages, and if you think you are able to cover each and everything which UPSC is going to ask, guys, you are dreaming. You are dreaming, because I have seen the kind of questions UPSC is asking. You need to either read daily newspaper and you have to find out what are the important stuff which is there, which is from the prelims perspective, and you have to take out. Guys, I am telling you, I have observed many a times UPSC what they are doing, they are not asking just like current affairs which were like justly clearly identifiable. From the editorials they are picking something. I'm telling you, last year this greenwashing, okay, it came in some editorials and directly UPSC picked that thing and framed the question on greenwashing. Okay, I had put that greenwashing in my prelims notes this year. And I hope people who have followed the DPN must have solved that question, greenwashing. I have directly used that, okay. I have put that in the prelims note. My point is, generally, the kind of current affairs, okay, previously was thought, okay, scheme related current affairs, places in news. Now UPSC is not asking that type of current affairs. There are these type of current affairs also, but UPSC has gone one step ahead. Okay, they are asking analytical things from current affairs, which they are picking from various editorials, from various debates. They are picking it. Like last year, you see there was a question on Daya Bhaga, that law, ancient law. Okay, that was also very difficult. That was not there in most of the current affairs. Okay, some editorial analysis it might be there. Okay, so the current affairs notes you have to prepare, okay, in a very scientific manner, which is linking to the concept, but it is not directly available that it is a current affairs. The headings will not be there. Generally what we used to think, okay, some heading, some scheme will come, something will come. No. Now when you read the editorial, you come across something and you have to do the backward linkage with your syllabus and then you have to make that notes. Guys, that is the thing. If you can do on your own this thing, well and good. If you cannot do on your own, please follow the daily prelims notes. Daily prelims notes is the only exclusive prelims oriented current affairs in the country. Only exclusive prelims oriented. It is only prelims oriented. Only prelims oriented. No mains. Okay, no mains, because mains there is a different approach which is needed. Just mains, people think that just by reading current affairs you can prepare mains. Guys, you are mistaken. You are mistaken, guys. Okay, so the focus should be, while reading newspaper, the focus should be what? Only focus from the prelims perspective. Guys, I can tell you 99% of the aspirants, they are struggling in the prelims phase only. 99% of the aspirants. They are, although they are investing a lot of time in optionals, GS, mains, this, that. But I can tell you, if you are not sure of your prelims preparation, guys, you are wasting all other things. Optional preparation gone, mains preparation gone, is of no use. Mains test series. People are joining mains test series, this, that. In the end, what is the result? Failed in the prelims only. So I can tell you, at least if you are writing for the first attempt, focus should be on cracking prelims in the first attempt only. Once you crack the prelims in your first attempt, guys, the kind of confidence you will get, yes, I can do it. On the other hand, if you fail in the prelims, guys, the entire confidence dips. you start doubting yourself. Can I do it? Can I not do it? Oh, I'm not able to do prelims only. How can I crack this big exam? Okay, but once you crack the prelims, confidence. Parents start supporting. Friends start supporting. I get self-confidence. I get the self-motivation. Okay, so it is very important. Focus on prelims. So please, either you read the current affairs daily and try to link current affairs with your static syllabus, or please read the daily prelims notes. Daily prelims notes is very unique because it is not just current affairs, it is interlinkage with the static. It is interlinkage with the static. Sir, what I mean by that, let me tell you. What I used to do, sir, every day when I read, I read the newspaper, okay, I find out, okay, president election is going on. President election. So what I will do, I will open the Lakshmikant book and I will read president election. I will revise president election. Okay. Suppose some news came, okay, on governor. So what I will do, I will open the Lakshmikant, I will read about governor. Similarly, for other subjects also, some news came inflation. I will just I'll open the economic book Shankar Ganesh. I will read inflation. Okay, inflation. Okay, CPI, WPI. Okay, types of inflation, cost push inflation, demand pull inflation. I will revise. So every day when you start linking with your static subject, when you start linking current with static subject, so once you are reading the static subject according to this plan, that too you are doing, and you are doing some daily revision of some static concept, some static which is not missing in most of the current affairs. Which is missing in most of the current affairs is that they fail to link static with current. They fail to link current with static. The problem is that of the pages. Okay, pages. Okay, that is a genuine problem only. We acknowledge that. But guys, I can tell you, if you think that you can crack prelims very easily, you can crack this exam very easily without any hard work, you can quit. You can quit your preparation. That is a suggestion from my side. That is a suggestion from my side. If you think this journey is going to be easy, you can quit. You prepare. This is not going to be easy. If someone is thinking that it's a very easy journey, I'm easily going to crack this exam, guys, you are mistaken. You have to really work hard. Okay, but with the proper strategy. Just hard work will not help, but you should have a proper strategy. But hard work is a must, is a prerequisite. Okay, guys. So reading newspaper and linking current with static. I'll make one detailed video on that, how to link current with static. But if you are reading my DPN, daily prelims notes, you can easily make out what I mean to say. This year, more than 70 questions came directly from the daily prelims notes. Okay, guys. Next, you see, focusing on important topics at the end of the year. Guys, this is the most important things. Okay. What I used to do, because I used to read newspaper daily, so every month what I used to do, I used to collect some important topics, and I should keep it, and the year end I should focus on these important topics. These important topics in the last 1 month, last 2 months used to help me in optimizing my effort. Guys, in the entire year you cannot have the same strategy. In the entire, suppose I'm running a race. Okay, when I begin my race and when I'm about to finish my race, obviously the strategy will be different. How many of you think that the same strategy will work? When I start my race and when I end my race, this cannot be the same strategy. Have you seen the movie Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar? Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. What happened in that movie? Last, he says Sanju. There is a Sanju. Okay, his name is Sanju. Amir Khan. Okay, so he says last when he's going to finish the race, he says top gear. He says, Sanju, please go in the top gear. Top gear means what, sir? Important questions. Focus on important topics. That is, last month I used to just focus on important topics because I know my basic is prepared. I have mastered all the basic books. And in the last 1 month, 1 and 2 months, I used to only focus on important topics and I used to revise them. Because anyhow, I have already mastered all the basic concepts. I have mastered them. How? I have mastered them using solving a lot of MCQs. I have already mastered them. So last month I will only focus on important topics. I will keep a track of all these topics. Last year also, you see in my Optima topics, many questions. Guys, people were surprised. Sir, how can you predict so many questions? Sir, I said, I am not predicting just now. I am doing this for the last 5-6 years. I used to do this when I was a student and I am doing this when I am a mentor. This is nothing new I am doing. For my own preparation, I used to prepare a list of topics. I used to call it hit list. Hit list. Like that. Okay, I used to prepare that. Okay. Then you see, analyzing the trend. Fifth point is analyzing the trend. See, for any examination, guys, I can tell you I have prepared for a IIT, AIEEE, CAT, and I have succeeded in most of them. Okay, I can tell you, analyzing the trend is very important. Okay, analyzing the trend of the exam is very important. So what I used to do, suppose I am reading polity, Parliament chapter. So what I will do, I will see what kind of questions have come from the Parliament chapter, and I will focus on those topics more. Like I'll tell you, in 2012 and 13, what I observed, 2012-13, what I observed, that the number of questions UPSC is asking from the environment section was increasing every year. You just see, just some changes happened in 2012-13. The number of questions in the environment shot up like anything, 20, 22, 25. Okay, so what I did, I started really taking interest in environment. I used to start reading this Down to Earth magazine. I used to read them, and I used to be very focused on environment news. Okay, and that was the only reason I scored very high in the prelims paper, because I used to always analyze the trend. Where is the trend going? And I also analyzed one trend, that history, art and culture, medieval. Okay, even if I used to study, I used to miss those questions. So I did not focus more on what I am weak at. I started focusing more on what I am strong at, because I was not very strong in ancient history and medieval history. I was not very strong at. I accepted that. See, the problem with the student is that they do not accept what is their strength, and they do not play on their strength. They start crying because of their weakness. So I acknowledge, yes, art and culture, medieval, ancient, this is my weak portion, and I used to read them, but I knew that even if I put a lot of effort, out of 10 questions I will be able to do only 2 or 3. Okay, so what I used to do, I used to not give too much time on that. Rather than I used to give time on environment, I used to give time on economy, because I was very confident that at least 20 questions are going to come, and I will do 40 out of 40 correct. That confidence I had, because the kind of current affairs I prepared in environment, the kind of current affairs I prepared in economy, no question came out of that. I tell you, otherwise I will not be able to score 145, 146 guys. Okay, so analyzing the trend is very important. Analyze the trend. This year also I told many of you, you go and you see my video just one day before the exam. I told, please, okay, ignore history. Ignore history. Okay, just ignore history, because history is going to be covered like very tough. This year again UPSC is going to ask history tough. You know, one of the comment in the video was, no, history is going to basically be very easy and his strategy is going to be flop. I said, just wait. I replied to that person, okay, just wait for tomorrow. And what happened this year history, we all know. In this year's history paper, 2022 prelims history paper question in the prelims, we know what has happened. Okay, so we can see, if we are intelligent, okay, we have to acknowledge the trend. If we do not acknowledge the trend, this means what? We are blind to the trend. If you are blind, obviously you will not be able to succeed. Okay, we have to acknowledge, appreciate what is the trend of the UPSC, and we have to make our strategy, we have to align our strategy accordingly. Okay, so if you think, yes, economy I can do all correct, polity I can do all correct, environment I can do all correct if I prepare properly, why will not I focus there? Why I will invest unnecessarily a lot of time? I'm not saying ignore medieval, I'm not saying that, ignore ancient, I'm not saying that, but why to give unnecessarily amount of time when I know that the outcome is not there. That's why I say guys, don't be input oriented. In life, become outcome oriented. I need outcome, and I need outcome with least effort. Okay, I'm not saying that, okay, I'm fearful of hard work. No, I'm willing to work hard. but I want to work hard with the right strategy. I want to mix hard work with smart work. What is smart work? Analyzing the trend, predicting what is going to come. That is smart work. Successful people are all smart people, because they know what to do and what to avoid. That's it. So analyze the trend. Next is, again, one of the most important thing is option elimination technique. Guys, this is the thing which has helped me to score so high. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, this thing I started observing in my second attempt only. This how UPSC frames the question. I started observing in my second attempt. From third attempt onwards, I started applying them, and in the fifth attempt I became a pro. I became a pro in the option elimination, and that year I scored 145, 146. And again, after 5th attempt, I became a pro in option elimination. And you have seen the kind of videos which I have made just before the examination, and you know, just after the examination, I got at least 500 calls, 500 messages, 500 telegrams. Sir, your option elimination really helped me to score more than at least 20-30 marks. Just by your option elimination, I was able to solve 8 to 10 questions just by my option elimination trick. But the problem what happens, guys, most of you, okay, they know option elimination, but they fail to apply in the exam hall. The reason is they do not practice option elimination throughout the year. Because most of the questions which we see, ordinary question, not the UPSC question, ordinary questions, they are not based on option elimination, guys. That is why, okay, I every year I frame questions only using option elimination trick, so that you can learn the option elimination trick and apply before the exam. Okay, I told you now, you can only do something on the exam day if you have done it before multiple times, then only you are able to do that. Just for the first time, if you think, okay, I have read somewhere and I am going to apply in the exam hall, guys, that is not going to happen. Okay, take it from me, that is not going to happen, guys. Okay, and the last but not the least is test taking strategy. Guys, this has killed many dreams in prelims. You know this. A faulty prelims test taking strategy has killed many dreams just because they did not have a very good strategy for the 2 hours inside the exam. And for this, I had a unique strategy of momentum, gaining the momentum in the beginning of the exam. And this I had made a video on how to gain momentum. Okay, but what I used to do that in the beginning of my exam, like first half an hour, I used to gain momentum, my strength polity, my strength economy, my strength environment. I used to solve as many questions as possible in my first half an hour, first 45 minutes, first 1 hour. And that used to give my confidence. No, I can crack this prelims exam. Okay, that in 1 hour only I'll get that confidence. Most students, what they do, they have a faulty test taking strategy. They get underconfident during the exam only. They commit these mistakes because of the lack of strategy. And why they have a lack of strategy? Because they have not practiced enough number of tests. Because it is during the mock test only I can make a strategy, I can implement the strategy, and I can know what works for me and what does not work for me, so that I can apply that strategy inside the exam hall. So guys, these were the 7 success secrets which has helped me, guys, to score very high marks, and to which has helped me to clear all the 6 prelims. You can see again here, guys, that I have firm belief that if you learn these 7 secrets, okay, and apply these 7 secrets, okay, in your preparation in the next 1 year, no force on earth can stop you cracking the prelims examination. So let me just sum up. You should have a plan. You should have mastered the basic books through solving MCQs. Okay, you should have taken a lot of mock tests, get feedback. You should learn the option elimination strategy. You should develop a very good test taking strategy. Okay, guys. Okay, and you should read newspapers daily, or if you are not reading the newspaper daily, just first go for only those resources, the resources which are focused on prelims. Okay, don't blindly follow any magazine. Many students, what they do, they blindly follow magazines. See, magazines are good. I'm not saying magazines are bad, but are they meeting my requirement? What is my requirement? My requirement is like prelims. Okay, literally my requirement is prelims, because I know that 99% of the people who are watching this video are struggling with prelims. If you are the one who is struggling with the prelims, okay guys, I can tell you, okay, if you follow these 7 strategies, guys, you are going to succeed. These 7 strategies: planning, mastering the basic books, reading newspaper, linking current with static, then focusing on important topics, analyzing the trend of the exam, option elimination technique, mastering this technique, and last but not the least, having a concrete test taking strategies. So guys, if you like this video, please give a like, just hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this with other UPSC aspirants if you really like the knowledge which I am sharing, my experience which I am sharing. The idea is to share my experience, that's it. And if you want me to make separate videos on planning, separate videos on mastering the basic book, separate video on reading newspaper, let me just know in the comment box. I will be coming out with a video for people who want to begin the preparation with a very good plan. The link is there in the comment box. You just take the just click the link and you can follow a concrete plan for 2023. Thank you guys. I'll be coming out with another video as per your demand. Thank you.